The rain was coming down so hard I could barely see the end of the driveway when my mother-in-law threw my overnight bag onto the porch and pointed toward the street. "Take your babies and leave right now." I pulled my 10-day-old twins closer against my chest. My daughter whimpered as the cold wind hit her tiny face, while my son slept through it. Wrapped in the only dry blanket I had left, I was still wearing the loose hospital gown I'd come home in, covered by a thin sweater that did nothing against the freezing rain. I looked at my husband, Ryan. For one foolish second, I honestly believed he'd step in. I thought he'd tell his mother she'd gone too far. I thought he'd remember. Those were his children shivering in my arms. Instead, he lowered his eyes, reached for the front door and quietly closed it. The sound of that lock clicking into place hurt more than the rain ever could. It wasn't just a door closing, it was my marriage ending. Standing there soaked to the bone with 2 newborn babies pressed against my heart, I realized something that would change the rest of my life. They thought I had nowhere to go. They believed I was just a struggling freelance designer, living paycheck to paycheck. They assumed everything I had came from Ryan, that without him I'd have nothing. They couldn't have been more wrong. What they didn't know was that the luxury design company featured in national magazines, the one decorating multi-million-dollar homes across the country, belonged to me. I had spent 3 years hiding my success because I wanted to know if someone could love me for who I was instead of what I owned. That night, standing in the rain with my babies, I finally got my answer. And 11 minutes later, one phone call changed everything. A black luxury SUV pulled into the driveway. The driver stepped out, opened an umbrella over my children and said quietly, "Good evening, Miss Callahan. Your suite is ready and your executive team is waiting for you." In that moment, I realized my story wasn't falling apart. It was just beginning.